Alright. Looks like I finally got everything back up and running. Said I had excellent connection that whole time. So I think after I finish this game, this is part 2 to the stream I started a little while ago. I think after I finish the stream, I'm going to have to go through and check my RAM, defrag my computer. It doesn't look like it's the Surface that's dropping it, which means it's got to be the computer. So we'll figure that out. I'm just going to jump right back in to find out where we are. I kept the other video. Just hop on that video, figure out where we are. When last we saw our heroes, the Abomination bammed over to Sentry again. There you go. Here. Last couple of bams, I think I forgot to get rid of all of the tokens. He gets rid of all the civilians, discards all the civilians and thugs. So I went ahead and took off the 2. I know those are the last 2 locations he landed, so I went ahead and took them off. That's the only thing that I did while you were away. Still got Sentry's cards in hand. I have to figure out whether I want to go Void again or take 2 damage. As his cards are pretty good, I'm probably going to go Void. So, like I mentioned last video, Sentry has an ability. Like I was stating, well, there's the idiot. So it's YouTube. No, it wasn't YouTube last time because. Let's see. Maybe I'm not moving enough. This is a different error. YouTube is not receiving enough video. Okay. So I'll try and be more fluid. I guess I could shrink one scene. Here, focus on my hand. Okay. Not sure what the problem is, but again, I'll defrag after this. It's probably the RAM, as much as it's acting up. So I'm not going to take any damage. I got 4 good cards in his hand, so he's going to use the face-up card. So anytime he takes damage, he can instead draw that many cards and then take the damage, so I'm going to do that. So he would take 2 from the Abomination, but instead I'll draw 2 cards, and then I'll pick 2 to discard. It's easy, the other one's not so easy. Now this is going to put me over my crisis limit, which means I am going to have to draw a Void card. Unrestrainable Force. Each hero must discard 1 action token or take 1 damage. Well, that sucked. Literally no one has any action tokens right now. So, and that's each hero, even him. So everybody's going to take 1 damage. So the card draw that I just got, completing that mission, goes away. For Bucky, it's easy. They're all the same card. For U.S. Agent, it hurt a little bit. For Sentry, it's going to hurt a little bit. Alright, so that's it. But at least I'm getting to learn those cards. Okay. Then he drops 2 and 2. Oh yeah, then I move him to the opposite location and deal 1 damage to each hero there, which is just her. Okay. Fine. Sucks. Okay. And then 2 and 2. Still no overflow, so still get 2 heroes. That's good. And then after Widow is US Engines. So Widow gave me a movement and a rescue. See that? Can't see that. Oh, that's why. Yeah, I need to get a rubber band for that flap. I'm not really a huge fan of the flap. Anyway. Okay. So she's got a movement and a rescue. So US Agent gets her movement and her rescue, and then tough decision. He needs to clean up where he's at. Who goes after him? Bucky goes after him. Oh, it's tough. Get rid of this. So he's going to rescue, move, move, rescue. You may draw 2 advanced training, pick 1, that's good. That's what we need. Need more of that. Interrogation training. During this turn, when you defeat one thug, you may look at the top part of the master plan deck, you may put it at the bottom. During this turn, when you rescue 1 civilian, you may defeat 1. That's what we want. So patrol training it is. So next time he gets to go, when he defeats or when he saves a civilian, he also gets to defeat a thug. That's big. And he's done because still no tokens. So Winter Soldier. Now Winter Soldier still has his advanced training, which I'm probably going to use right now. Yeah, totally going to use it. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play Expert Assassin. He's going to gain 2 punch tokens and he's going to perform a punch. Now, as we know, He was given a movement in the rescue. So he gets 2 tokens. So he basically has move, rescue, punch, punch, punch. One of those punches is not going to be usable, so he's holding on to that token. Alright, so punch, punch. That gets rid of one of the tokens. And then rescue. Oh. Show it out. And then move. So I got 1 token left. That is it. But I'm going to use his advanced training that he got in our last stream. So after your current turn, play another turn as the active hero. This does not delay the next villain turn. Then resume the usual sequence. Oh, so he's still going to go after Abomination. I think that's alright. I think we still need to do it. So he's going to go next turn after Abomination goes. Gamma radiation generation. Move clockwise to the next location with no heroes. So he goes to the bar. Bring back 1 random cleared threat into play in the next clockwise location without a threat. Each hero in both locations adjacent to his must turn their latest hero card in the storyline face down. Okay, so that's going to be U.S. Soldier. He's going to put 2 civilians there. I know I'm going out of order as far as what I read, but in this particular card it doesn't matter. There's no BAM or anything. And then he's going to randomly bring back a threat at the United Nation headquarters where Sentry is. Could have been worse. Expert strategist is back. In fact, that's probably the best one to get. Yeah, that's not that bad. All right. So now, no overflow, which means we get 2 heroes again. Winter Soldier gets to go again. Sucky thing is that Abomination is so far away because I was about to put the smackdown on him. Since I can't, I will just do that. 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 Yeah. Just gonna do that. So he'll move 1. He's got 1 punch from his prior card. And then he's got his punch token. I'll go ahead and use it. Just in case my next hero can't do much. Alright, and that's going to be Sentry. He can definitely do So that might have been a waste. So Bucky gave Sentry a move. That's funny. There's not enough thugs to finish it. Might have to start using the Statue of Liberty's ability to put more civilians out. Okay, it's really all I got. I'm going to do power sharing, so another hero may immediately wild, then place 2 crisis tokens on the dark enemy card. That's really all I got. So 2 crisis tokens, and it's got to be U.S. agent. Who immediately will move, rescue. Yeah, we don't even have enough civilians. This is rough. So he'll be forced to move there, and boo. We're probably going to lose. Alright. Stronger than you again. Let's move counterclockwise next location with the hero with most cards in hand. It's going to be Sentry again. Right. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I didn't draw a card. Yep, it's going to be Sentry again. So counterclockwise, all the way back to Sentry. He loves picking on Sentry. So do I want to take the damage and get rid of 2 cards, or do I want to flip the void? I think I'll take the damage this time. Damage took. Now he's going to jump, right? Move him to the opposite location, deal 1 damage to each hero there. Yep. And I will use the ability this time of the Statue of Liberty. Put that out. He's going to drop 2 and 2 again. No overflow again, though. That's good. And gives us enough to finish that off, but we still don't have enough. We're short 2 civilians. That sucks. Alright, and who's up? Her. She's up. She's hurt. She's hurt bad. She got a rescue from the Sentry. She got rescued from the sentry. Take care of that guy. And she's got 2 punches, so she has no way to move. I don't see a point in damaging. Yeah, I don't see a point in damaging Abomination. So she's going to play Master Fighter. Until the beginning of her next turn, she can direct the first damage that she would take to a useless. Because she can't move. Alright, never mind. She's just gonna do a flying kick. Which you can't see. There you go. She's just gonna do a flying kick. So she'll do a 1 here. And she'll do a 1 to Emil. And then it is US Agent. He did get a training card, which is good. But currently useless. Oh, wait. He got a punch, which is currently useless also. Yeah, he doesn't have much of a choice. He's going to use Shield Blow. So he's going to punch, then recharge his US Agent's shield equipment at the end of his turn. Yeah. So the punch doesn't do anything, but he'll come over here, get rid of that. He'll get to draw a card. Everybody will get to draw a card because of Abomination's ability. Oh, cool. That might be enough to help Widow, maybe. She's struggling. And then he recharges his shield. Notice there's no reason to play his patrol training. Or what is it? Patrol. Yeah, patrol training. But he does get to get another one. So another patrol training or reflexes training. Move to an adjacent location. This can also be used right after the villain movement during a villain turn. Oh, that's pretty good. We're keeping that. That's really, really good. That's of the ones I've seen, that's probably the best. Reflexes training. Good stuff. And then it's Abomination. We need to win in 2 turns. Gamma radio. Okay, move gamma radiation generation. So the same thing you just pulled. Move counterclockwise to the next location with no heroes. Counterclockwise. He does not BAM. It is going to cause an overflow though. Bring back 1 random cleared thread into play in the next clockwise location. So where Widow is, the Liberty. That's fantastic. So at the beginning, at the end. Each hero on both locations adjacent to his must turn their last hero card. So she has to turn her last hero card face down. I have been lucky with that. That hasn't affected me yet. And then he's going to drop 2. These are still shuffled. So. Oof. That's going to require some thought. So he drops 2, which causes an overflow. She's going to put out what might be able to win us the game. Nope. his next card, yeah, it's going to be tight. It's going to be super tight. Because he's sped up by 1 now. Alright, who goes after Bucky? Bucky goes next. Yeah, there's no way. He has no rescues. Nope. And he didn't get one from U.S. Agent. So I don't see a way to win this. I do need to use, before I forget, so before Bucky goes, he needs to use his training that he just got to there. Okay. Although he's not going to get to go again. Okay. Yeah, he's not. Yeah. So John's not going to make any difference in this game. No. The only difference he could make is if he goes here. It's all up to Sentry and Widow. Okay. Which means Bucky needs to put a movement down. Setting up the delay. And then all he's got is a punch. Which does nothing. Anywhere. Might actually be better on Abomination. Yeah, I guess it's better on Abomination. If I can't do 2, it doesn't matter. And then Abomination is going to go. Another stronger than you. So clockwise, the next location with the hero with the most cards. But it is not Sentry any longer, I don't think. I think it's John. Yeah. So he's going there. He's going to BAM, which is 2 on one of them, right? So 1 hero, yep. And then he's going to go to Sentry and do 1. Okay. That might turn out being good for us. It's all up to what Widow draws. So he'll use his shield to block one of those. Not that it matters. I moved him there in case she took damage. And then he goes to Sentry. Oh, he's going to cause an overflow, isn't he? He is. So that's game. Yeah. I'll play it out so you can see why, but that's game. He's going to deal 1 damage to Sentry, which I'm probably not going to take. Actually, yeah, that's going to be game. Because he does 2 and 2, which means that overflows. It's also thugs. So what I would do is I would add a rescue over there in the hopes that she could rescue 3 on her turn, which she won't be able to do. Um, currently, Sentry can't do anything, so I will, instead of taking the damage, I will draw a card and then discard a card. Which will make me pull a void card. Another hero is immediately KO'd. Okay. Oh, her! Oh, but she's not going to be able to. So he's still going to go after her. And she'd have to be able to do 5 rescues in 2 different locations. Yeah, it's not doable. Yeah, so that's game. Oh well. I had a feeling he might beat us. The plan B, because what happens is she goes. She doesn't matter what card she plays. She plays a card. She didn't even get rescued. So we didn't complete this one, so we did not complete Plan B. If we had completed Plan B, we'd have won. We only did like 3 damage to Emil, so yeah, not even close. Plus, this stinking threat was put back in. We couldn't have taken him below 1 unless we'd have been able to take that out too. So, yeah, he's tough. He's pretty tough. Now, more versatile heroes could have done this, though. This team has so many punches. Like, if it was just all damage, like if we'd just focused on doing damage on him, I probably would have won. Because we put a lot of damage out. Trying to complete Plan B is probably what cost me this game, honestly. Them's the breaks. I'll tell you this, when we first started playing this, we lost more games than we won. For a while. It took a while to get the knack of everything. And when you're doing story-related games or story-focused games, you just got to be prepared for the L. You got to be prepared for the big L. I was prepared. Abomination is no joke. He's definitely not the hardest villain. He's definitely not the easiest villain. He's in the middle. If I had to assign a score to him, I'd say he's probably a... I'm leaving out the S. Gamers tend to put that S in there. Just a typical grading system, school grading. I'd probably say he's a C. Yeah, he's probably a C. Takeaway on the heroes. So basically, I guess he got away. Yeah, so it's that he got away. So we wanted to trap him. We were hoping for the Plan B, which we didn't get. Secondary would have been beating him down, which I didn't do. I could have, if I hadn't focused on turning him, if I'd been more of a Thunderbolt and less of an X-Men, we probably would have won. But instead, he got away. So we'll go after him again another day. Takeaways, other than Emil, the Winter Soldier's been in the game since season 1, which probably means he'd be hard for you to get unless you find the stuff on eBay or GameStop or somewhere like GameStop. Sentry's disgusting. I think we only had one that we had. Okay, so we had 2. We had 2 void cards we hadn't done yet. You're immediately KO'd, or another hero takes 2 damage. So the worst ones were at the bottom. The KO yourself, KO another hero. Those were the worst. So the void deck is definitely harsh. Without it, he's not as powerful for sure, but he's still pretty powerful. Giving scores, he'd probably be a B. I'd say the B heroes are probably the majority of heroes. There's no fails. There's no hero fails. We'll just do A, B, C, D. I'd say the majority of heroes probably fall in the B category. Uh, that's not to say there's not a lot of C's and D's, but we're just talking majorities out of splitting it 4 ways. U.S. Agent is really fucking good. Actually, that's not true. We'll put Sentry in a C. We'll split it. We'll split it reverse of how it was doing it. So A's are the broken, super powerful ones. That's the Nightcrawlers and Brutes. The B's are the really good ones, and then C's are we'll say C's are average. We'll split it a different 4-way. So C's are your average. I would put Sentry probably in the C's. Unless you get lucky like I did with the Void deck. If you get lucky like I did, it looks like he's probably a B, but I think he's really a C in disguise. U.S. Agent, I'm going to say, is a B. Bucky is probably a C. Widow, she's a B. Maybe. She might be a C. Some of her cards not being useful in this kind of helped with that, though. So, giving her the benefit of the doubt. If she was playing against something where they actually had henchmen, if she's playing in a game where they had henchmen, she might be a B. But without henchmen, she's a C. So she's situational. There's a lot of heroes that are situational. I guess I'll do a little bit of breakdown on that. So, like Guardians of the Galaxy, Star-Lord, the leader characters, the leader heroes tend to give out tokens. There are characters that require tokens, like Gambit and Rocky Raccoon. So, Rocky Raccoon and Star-Lord are actually a really good combination. If you separate them, if you don't give Rocket a token creator, gifter, whatever you want to call it, token generator, if you don't team someone like Rocket or Gambit up with the token generator, then they're not that good. They'd probably be C's. But with token generators, they become B's. If you're playing a leader character, handing tokens out is always good, but what propels them is if you're playing with someone who can build off those tokens, someone like a Gambit or a Rocket Raccoon. So your team makeup has a lot to say about how good they are. Characters can be better with other characters. Like I was talking about Captain Britain and Betsy with Megan. If you play with Captain Britain, Betsy, and Megan, they almost shut down most villains. So that's something to consider. But that's really it. That's Marvel United. I know not many people have viewed, but if you come across the videos later, you should still be able to add a comment. So if you can think of lineups that you'd like to see, stories you'd like to see, I've got 100% of it. Well, almost. The promo box I had to get. If you can think of anything that you'd like to see, or stuff that you were curious about, or if you haven't gotten your multiverse but you want to see how something plays, anything like that, just say the word. I'm on the Facebook United community also, so you can find me there. Yeah, that's really it. So, I will catch you cats on the flip side.